Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crafty Author. My name is Anissa. I am the Crafty Author and welcome to my quilting room. Today we are going to be talking about this tote bag in particular and also this tote bag. Now these are two designs that I have created on my own, and I want to talk about what works, what doesn't work, and possibility of when this pattern is coming out. All right, so I am still working on this bag actually. As you can see, I have the top with the clips on it, and I am trying to finish this. This is actually my mom's bag, and I showed you a little bit, probably a couple weeks ago. I had shown you this fabric that she had chosen. This is a tulip pink fabric. It is from her Roar collection, which is all about the dinosaurs. And my mom loves blue from Jurassic Park. So these are velociraptors. And she absolutely loves this bag. And so I came up with this pattern, and I was having my mom actually make this as we were going along. I'm just going to show you the bag so you can really see this. So she was sewing this as I was telling her what to do along the way. And that was kind of a little bit difficult, I'm going to be honest. And so what I did was I made a few mistakes along the way, which is, you know, good. We know that we do that. And I've got my scissors and my snips and threads. Probably should clean this out now that I'm thinking about it. These are all the clips and stuff that I used when I was hand stitching the bottom of the bag. So as you can see, I'm just trying to empty this out because I want to show you that this has a pocket. So here is a zippered pocket, and we fussy cut this so that this would actually, you would be able to see the design of the velociraptors. This is a dinosaur keychain or zipper pull. Not sure if you can see him. He's pretty cute though. Really cute. Again, that's a tulip pink product. This is just regular webbing. Seatbelt webbing is actually what I used. It's this black seatbelt webbing that I got off of Amazon, and then I covered it in fabric. So it worked out really, really well. Then when you turn to this side, you just have a slip pocket back here. So you can just stick your hand in there and just put your phone or whatever you need to stick in there. It fits. It works really, really well. Then I'm going to show you the inside here. You can see the side pockets. I should show you those. The side pockets, we put a netting here so that you can put a drink in here and carry that. This one's going to be too big, of course, because it's my 40 ounce, but you get the idea. And then on this side, we didn't do anything like that. We just kind of left this one blank because we liked the way the fabric looked on that side. Then I created this zippered opening here. So I made this panel. And this is what the bag looks like inside. So on one side, there's no pockets. On the other side, take that out, there is pockets so that you can put stuff in here. You can see where my hand is going in. So we have some pockets here for a phone or a charger, or, you know, whatever for yourself, or for your, what am I trying to say, your tablet. So this is actually my mom's Bible bag. So it turned out a little bigger than we had anticipated, but nevertheless, it turned out really cool. So it is a little on the big side, and like I said, I still have the top that I need to finish, but I wanted to show you the bag because the bag is really, really cool. And again, this is my pattern that I designed, and I learned a few things when I did this. So first of all, I'm going to tell you what not to do. So I didn't really think it through too well when I was assembling this side, bottom, and side piece here. I should have made one continuous piece is what I should have done, and then attached it that way because this bag has binding. And because I didn't, and I did each individual piece, it made it so much more difficult to do the binding, which is part of the reason why I'm hand stitching as well, is because of that. Because it's so thick, and when I went to go sew it with my sewing machine, it actually sewed down this part of the bag, and it just didn't work out really well. So I'm hand stitching the binding once I have it machine sewn on. This is a piece that I made out of a piece of cardboard, and then I put a piece of soft and stable on the top, just so it's still a little bit soft, but it gave it some firmness for the bottom of the bag. And that way, oh, there's my needle. And then that way, the bag is stabilized. So use what you have when you're doing that kind of stuff. It is not that difficult to do, and it really does make a difference in your bag and how it sits. So that's that bag. Now we're going to move on to the next bag, because what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about this one, because this one I am in the process of also making, and I'm thinking I'm making this one for my daughter. So all my practice bags that I do, I end up giving to family, friends, or I end up using them myself. So this bag was the first one I started with, and I just could not figure out how to get this to work. And now I do know how I'm going to do this, but you can see this is my front panel. It has the zippered pocket on it, and it's really, really cute. This is so cute. And what I did with these fabrics is I just kept going through the Best Friends collection, and I just kept pulling different fabrics and sticking them in here in this bag, which I thought was adorable. So originally what I was going to do is I was going to sew this down like I did here, these handles here, as you can see. So they're all stitched down, and then I covered it with a piece of fabric that kind of just serves as like a ribbon or a binding on that, just to cover up the messy part there. This pocket on the front is actually a double pocket. So you have one here, and then you have one here. And why that happened was because this is the back, and I had intentionally wanted this to be the slip through to slide through on your luggage. But when I went to sew things together, it didn't work right. So just letting you know that this happens to the best of us. So it just didn't come together right, and then I ended up stitching that bottom closed to cover up the messy part of my my handles, and so that kind of messed up the bag. But then it ended up giving me this double pocket, which is fine. It works out great. Now I have two pockets that I can stick something into, right? And then also I have these interior pockets right here. So this will be great for pins and, you know, whatnot, whatever you have. You can put your scissors in here, I guess, if you wanted to. You could just slide them in like that. So there's a lot of uses for that. So this is what this bag looks like. This is the back side of my bag. And I just think it's really, really cute. Now, my daughter works with animals, and so that's why this bag I'm thinking is for her, because I think she'll love it. And then we have this bag, this front part of the bag. And like I said, now I've figured out what to do with these handles. I'm still going to have to keep it uniform. Otherwise, I'm going to have to rip all that out and then start over again, which I'm not sure that I really want to do that. So I might just keep this as is and just go ahead and use this piece as the binding part, because you can see down here how messy that is. And you don't want to see that on your bag, on the front of your bag, because it looks very, very unfinished and just, it doesn't look real nice. So what I did was I took another piece of a zipper part that I had, again, messed up. And so what I did was I have it pinned here. I'm going to use this as a binding to cover up this bottom part of my handles. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch down along here and along here on the top and the sides and the bottom to enclose that. And then what this will do is it will create another zippered pocket down here at the bottom of the bag, and it'll be for like chapstick or for like a pin or whatever you want to stick in there. Okay, so there's that. And then of course this is the zippered pocket for the front. It's really cute. And yeah, so there's that. So I just need to stitch down these handles, and then I'll be done with that part. And then this is the interior part of this bag. So I already have the netting in here, as you can see, again, for pins, whatever you want to stick in here. I have not put the sides together for this yet. So this is what I was talking about with the other one, with the dinosaur bag. So instead of doing each piece like I did on the dinosaur bag, I'm going to make one continuous piece, and I'm just going to put it all the way around the bag, and that's how I'm going to attach the two pieces together. And then I think I'm going to sew it on the interior instead of the exterior, so that the line, or so that the binding is going in on the inside instead of the outside, if that makes any sense. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting that bag finished, because I think it's going to be adorable. And when I do, I will take pictures of it and show it to you. But it should turn out looking like this one. And I hope it does, because I think it's going to be really cute. Now, this little dog here, I fussy cut this out too. So, and then I just stitched it down with a zigzag stitch on this piece of fabric on this pocket. And it turned out so cute. I think it's adorable. But yeah, so that's what I have. That is what we're working with this week with these bags. So if you would like to follow me, the links are down below in the description box. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you would like to share it, that's great, because sharing is caring. Please do not forget to click that little bell. You'll get notified each and every time that I upload an awesomely cool new video. And keep on crafting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.